Good morning, YouTube. This is, of course, Amberist in another MMO Anthropology video. I'm here in the world of Path of Exile, and I'm going to be trying out something a little bit different today, primarily because I've had a lot of difficulty doing my regular videos lately because I'm so extremely busy. But I do have the live stream on Fridays and Saturdays, as you probably well know. On Fridays, we have a tendency to take my co-hosts and other people into other MMOs. In this case, our last Friday took us into Path of Exile, the Diablo-esque game that you're looking at right here, and I'm going to try to grab out some of the highlights from that game of discussion and examination, and largely mechanics, very little community, since we didn't see very many people in the game, but at least it's an experience that I can share once again with the people on the channel. I'm going to do it in highlights and clips, shifting between them, with the final ending being a talk about what everyone thought and how they felt about the game, and hopefully this will work out well. I apologize for the sound quality. It's not really that great when we're doing a live stream, and we often have people with varying types of microphones and etc., but we'll just see how this one goes. Let me know if you like the game, if you're interested in the people talking, or you have any questions about how it went, and I'll address those in the comments. Meanwhile, thank you for coming along, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello and welcome everyone to another MMO Anthropology live stream. I'm here with my two co-hosts and two friends of the stream. My first co-host is everybody's favorite Pyro, who's not currently playing Team Fortress 2, Arian Keith.
Yay!
And also with us is the editor-in-chief of Vox Ex Machina, Nelson Williams.
I curse the ground.
And a friend of the stream, Rock and Roll, who is in the game with us once I load in.
Hello.
And also with us is the king of all pie.
Hello.
Excellent. I'm going to be running with a witch named Garamond.
How did I know?
What, magic and minions? How could I ever...
Dead minions!
Yes! Well, what are you running with, Nelson?
Priest.
Oh, yes.
The guy who must have sourced his sinews at a redwood forest.
Oh.
He's like 9 feet tall and 2 feet wide.
I have to beat this hungry corpse to death here.
And everything is wrapped in paper mache. Oh good. I can raise zombie minions too, apparently.
Yes, everyone, well.
Well, yay. That can get messy rather quickly.
Do you want zombie minions?
Everyone gets zombie minions. Have an army of the dead.
Well, maybe I'll have one of my corpses cook you some.
That sounds good. Well, assuming they're, good at...
I can't make any promises about them not leaking all over it.
Oh, well, that would be a problem then.
Hi.
There we go.
How you doing?
We are still...
Oh, you got a dead person. A very leaky dead person.
Yeah, he is very leaky. They've got a leaking problem. I'm surprised.
Well, that is a spiffy thing you got going.
What?
Rock and Roll has some kind of crescent blast going. So does Ruin.
Alright. So, we're going to go...
Oh, that's the same one I got.
So we all got that now.
You know, one of them gives you the item, or spell or whatever. So what happens if you start stacking the same spell?
I don't know.
Nothing. It just gives you another slot taken up. I tested that.
Ah!
Yeah, I tried to get like 4 or 5 of those zombie ones and get an army, but that didn't work.
Ah!
Yeah.
Dreams denied.
Crushed! Dreams crushed! I feel sad. Superior scare mask. I want that. I have one of those in real life. I need it in the game.
Superior, huh?
It's my interview mask.
Your interview mask?
Awesome.
Yes.
Yes, why do you ask about my mask? No, just wondering.
Yes, the third rip is not an eye hole.
Like,
No.
Ooh, I found a carving.
don't have
Black
anything.
storms descend on us from the north.
I don't have anything.
Unnatural tempests of rage and hatred lashing our backs, tearing at our houses. The rain is shot with shadow. It withers our crops, sickens our livestock, and the wind. The wind carries with it a restless spirit that breeds melancholy and madness. A spirit that creeps through our dreams, weaves tales of misdeed around our resting minds. We try not to listen. We try to remember ourselves. Some of us forget. Brothers fight. Brothers die. Calm punishes those who quarrel, that steal, that murder. Yet still, the nightmares goad us into malefaction, because that's a word we use a lot. We are banished from sleep.
We do like malefaction.
Yes, but I figured some random stonecarver guy is not going to use that word on a daily basis. Just one of those little things, I figure.
Okay, cool. I bought a chain belt.
Oh, frogs. Oops.
Frogs.
Oh my gosh, frogs.
Frogs.
Oh my god, frogs.
Mm-hmm.
This one sucks.
This frog is awesome.
Aha! Okay, so I found some dead bodies, and then I used them for my own dark designs.
You have this thing for dead bodies we need to have a talk about at some point.
Oh, but they're so useful. I can make all sorts of wonderful things out of them.
Oops, I went to the...
You know, it's funny is the last time I remember you saying that it was about his Hello Kitty stuff.
Oops, I went the wrong
There's
way.
that too.
I like Hello Kitty.
Yeah, me too.
And shoot stuff with our shooty. And Nelson will hit stuff with his hitty. That didn't
I
come
have
out
given up on the dishonorable path of Hitty
Ah,
and decided to focus more upon the honorable path of burning things with fire from the skies.
you know what? I can totally agree with that. Yeah, very
Just a bit.
claustrophobic in here.
Yeah. Definitely kind of flustered.
Aha! Someone was
Oh.
hit by the level ray.
Not me.
Trying to find my way around here. The stream is getting ahead of me and murdering more things than I am. Oop, I don't even know what just happened. Oh, my firestorm leveled up.
Oh, I leveled up something
Yeah,
else.
Oop. I always welcome up. What? Whoa, whoa,
Just
whoa.
killing all the things.
Look at this thing.
Did you find a thing?
Something called the Deep Dweller.
Ah, that would be our crab.
And one thing I noticed is that while you're clicking around, moving around, it's really easy to pick up things that you don't mean to pick up.
Yes.
Which I'm trying not to, but it just
Is
happens.
Is it dead? Ooh.
It's dead.
Yeah, that's leveled up.
Glass shanks. Oh, vine circling. I'll take that.
Okay, now I got some heist.
Ooh, a ring. Plus 23 to maximum mana. I could use that. Goat's horn. Oh, it's a wand.
So, is that a way out over there? So hard to tell.
There's no way out.
Oh no. Why? Why is there no way out? Strange whispering voice who belongs to one of my co-hosts.
There's always a way out. It just depends on how much dynamite you're willing to use.
There's no dynamite.
I like that answer.
There's no dynamite either.
Yeah, there is. I got the skill for it right here. You're obviously not paying attention. Whispering voice.
So, Nelson, what's your current opinion?
It's trying too hard to be Diablo when it should be its own thing. Really. This entire jail cell area is nothing more than a level from Diablo, which I'm sure we are all familiar with. The jailer here is nothing more than a somewhat hyped up version of either the Butcher or his Diablo 2 incarnation, the Smith,
Mm-hmm.
being a large warped brute of some kind.
Fresh meat.
Yes. The presentation seems like it could be a little bit, oh, those are pretty. The presentation itself seems like it could be a little better. everything takes up more space than it really should. And, well, something I mentioned earlier in the game off stream when we were experimenting to make it work. When I opened up the game and went to the character selection screen, it told me about how each and every one of these characters were tremendous douchebags who I should feel no pity or empathy for whatsoever. Fine. But it also failed to tell me exactly how they operate as characters. I mean, I took a look at my guy, I didn't know if he was a spellcaster or not. All he had was a big hammery thing. It didn't tell me how he worked, what he did, you know, his playstyle at all. So I had absolutely no worthwhile information to choose a character except to pick the person who I hated the least.
And that's how you ended up with the Templar.
No, I ended up with the Templar because God chose him!
That is what he says in the beginning, if I recall correctly. So
Yes, yes.
well,
And I'm very much a man of faith, as you can tell through our various incarnations
no kidding.
and streams here.
No, you don't.
That leaves Ariane. What is your opinion on the game so far?
No.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
So since it keeps reminding me of Fate,
Mhm.
but mostly it just makes me really want to play Fate, and I'm upset that I have to settle for this.
Well, you don't have to settle
So-
for this.
Well, because Fate is not multiplayer.
That's true, but
It was made 10 years ago.
yes. Anything else?
Which is another thing. It's very interesting how the gaming community has given examples of how to do things right 10 years ago, as you mentioned, and yet they keep failing to learn the lesson.
Yeah.
They reinvent the wheel, and it's always square. I do not understand this.
Or
Yeah.
hexagonal.
All I'd have to do is re-release Fate with multiplayer component, and that would be grand. I would love playing that on the stream.
Well,
They kinda
all
did.
have
It's
to
called
do is
Torchlight.
re-release. All they have to do is
Yeah,
re-release
it's different,
Diablo
though.
with a new spirit.
Torchlight's too different. I mean, it's okay in its own way, but it's not the original, and I kind of wish they had just left the original, you know, with fish that change your pet and stuff like that. But, yeah, so given that this game is making me think of another game and making me want to play something else, doesn't say very much that's good about the game. It's annoying, I guess is the easiest way to put it. It's difficult to see, it feels cramped, the map doesn't work, and the economy is really difficult to figure out. I've got 17 of a transmutation orb, and I need 20 to get a whole transmutation orb to get this, you know, armor jacket, so it's really difficult to buy anything.
Yeah, it does have the strange scavengers economy, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, none of the things seem to function together to... You can't mix and match. It's always one or the other
Exactly.
according to the merchant.
Yeah, they only want one particular type of item, and you can't substitute anything else for it.
And you can't trade
also-
with someone else in order to generate it from other items.
You can drop stuff on the ground and then have them pick it up, as long as they can find it.
No,
when
I'm talking
you
about
drop it.
merchants.
Oh, yes.
The other players, certainly, you could probably trade them items for scavenged currency pieces, but it makes sense
Yeah.
that the merchants would probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the game didn't entirely impress the entire crew, so it's unlikely that we'll be returning to it unless there are, you know, great and awe-inspiring land changes across the board. And that is about as much time as we've got for the live stream tonight. I want to thank everyone for coming along, and tomorrow we'll be playing Minecraft, probably running around the world in the usual ways. I would like to say good night and good dreams to our two friends of the stream who came along with Rock and Roll,
Good night, everyone.
and our good friend the King of All Pie,
Woot.
as well as Arian Keith, everyone's favorite pyro from Team Fortress 2. And Nelson Williams, the editor-in-chief of Vox Ex Machina.
I really do have fiery balls.
Oh dear. I, of course, have been your host, Amorist, and this has been yet another MMO Anthropology live stream. Thank you, everyone, for coming along. To the rest of you, good night, good dreams, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Be seeing you.